somewhere between 65 million to 80 million evangelical Christians. And the way they define evangelical Christians was a Christian that goes to church, reads the Bible, and prays. So it doesn't even include somebody that says, of course I'm a Christian, I was born in America. Or, of course I'm a Christian, my parents are Christian. No, it's talking about people that go to church, read the Bible, and pray. 65 to 80 million. But of those, listen to me well, only 50% are registered to vote. God help us. Only 50% registered to vote. And of the ones that are registered to vote, only 50% voted in the last election. That means that somewhere between 45 million to 60 million evangelical Christians sat at home. We get what we deserve. How can we complain if we are not even part of the process? But you see, the problem is this. Too many of us have said at one occasion or another, politics is a dirty business. I don't want any part of it. And what we have allowed is the people without principle to run our country. If politics is a dirty business, the only one way to change that is for people of principle to get involved in the political process.
Amen.
I tell you, I was so encouraged. About 2 months ago, I was speaking in Conroe, not too far from here. In Conroe for an Eagle Forum event, and the next morning I did a pastor's conference there. And in that meeting, there were 2 pastors running for state reps in 2 different districts. And a 3rd pastor came to the front after I finished, and he said to me, look, well actually he said it publicly to the whole group. He said, I've been wrestling as to whether I should run for public office. But after tonight, I am making a public announcement. I am running for state representative. 3 different districts, three different pastors running for public office. Unfortunately, that is an exception. As a matter of fact, I submit to you that the biggest problem we have in America, the biggest reason why we have what we have in the White House is because of the pastors. Come on. Because pastors have been hiding behind their pulpits, they've been hiding behind their 501c3, and they've been failing in what God has called them to do. Come on. And I can say it as a pastor, and I am, God has opened the doors for me to bring a message to pastors as to why they need to get involved in the political arena. I am doing at least 1 pastor's conference a month. I've been doing so for the last year. And the path is actually accelerating. In the next week or 2, I'll be doing 3 pastors' conferences. I just did one 3 days ago. Amen. And basically the message is, you are supposed to be a leader. Right. Amen. You're supposed to be at the forefront. And their excuse is, well, God just called me to preach the gospel. My answer is, what is the gospel? What is the gospel? The gospel is a lot more than John 3:16. Come on. The gospel involves every area of society, including government. Amen. Proverbs 29:2 says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, people mourn. And we have allowed the wicked to rule us. That's right. Because we have been absent. It is time to become energized. Jesus said, you're the light of the world. But let me tell you what we do. We come to church with our little flashlights, shining the light on each other. But light is worthless unless you point it to darkness. That's right. That's out there. Not inside the 4 walls of the church. Come on. Playing church. Out there. Jesus also said, you're the salt of the earth. Salt is a preserver. For salt to preserve anything, you have to put it upon that which you want to preserve. Again, that's out there. We need to become light to society. We can't do that hiding behind the pulpit or hiding behind the four walls of the church.